Good day, dear viewer. My name is Olatunde Oladoshu. Okay, I am the MD of Kedo Waste Management. Basically, in this video, we want to sensitize the public as to the need on the biogas and biofuel technology, generally known as Biodigester technology. We noticed that a lot of people do not even know what it is, and we got a lot of questions that has to do with, is it really existing, is it true, and all that. So we felt there's a need to even give some fundamental information about what is biogas, what is biodigester, what is biofuel, and help the public clear some misconception about some terminology that have been abused in the field of the biotechnology construction. Now, not to bother us with so many, in this video we will not be bothering us with so many terminology, but however, we need to ensure that everyone watches this video gets value out of this video, because the essence of this video is to be able to communicate value to the society and to every viewer. Now, we'd like to start with what exactly is biodigester technology, as generally known. Biodigester technology, it consists of two technology. There is biogas technology and biofuel technology, which popularly called biodigester. The biofuel is commonly called in Africa as biodigester. So it's a two technology. There is biogas technology, there is biofuel technology. Biofuel, the full meaning of biofuel means biological filter digester. Now, biogas technology that encompasses the two technology simply means the use of organic waste, converting organic waste into two forms. It could be anaerobic digester or aerobic digester. Now, the anaerobic digester, it's a technology that converts organic waste into methane, biomethane, or we call it methane as well, that you can use for your cooking gas or electricity. Now, we have the other one that has to do with anaerobic reactor or anaerobic, that's the biodigester, which is the modern toilet that converts your stool from your toilet to odorless system that does not get food, that degrades and does not get food, and uses only a small space. So it saves a lot, no more evacuation. Now, these two technology, the biogas and biofuel. Biogas, in some literature you could find it there. There are several names for it, but the oldest, you call it anaerobic reactor, you can call it anaerobic digester. Now, it simply means a digester, a system that is installed that is absent in a situation where there is absence of oxygen. Now, the other one that is biofuel is a system or a digester that is installed that there is a presence of oxygen. You have to ensure there is oxygen in the process of the construction. Now, those are the few things, not to bug us about the technicalities, so much about the technicalities. Now, what is the benefit as a layman? This biodigester, this biogas technology, how does it benefit me? What is the benefit to the masses? Now, as we said, apart from waste management, is a great waste management digester or system that you put in place that help you to convert your waste into wealth. Now, you install this, it saves your cost. It saves your cost. So, it saves your cost of energy, cooking gas, especially for big businesses, the restaurant, poultry, homes, hotel, piggery. A lot of these users, you have a lot of waste that you spend heavily on to even look for maybe the LOMA, the evacuation team, sanitation team. So you pay them heavily on a monthly, on an annual basis to evacuate some of this waste. And this waste can be converted into valuable use, where you can use it to save cost of your energy, cost of your power. So you generate energy from it that you can use to save your cost of cooking gas. And you can as well convert your waste to use for your generator to supply light, to subsidize a lot and greatly of your cost of petrol or diesel. So, basically we realize that this technology, many people in Africa generally we have not been embracing it as much, and we notice that it's an information gap. So this video, we're doing it to cover up some of this information gap, and a lot of people can be sensitized and can be enlightening and can see the benefit of it. Now, this biogas, as we said, you can use it to generate, the end result we generate from it is biomethane. Methane is the end result that we generate from it. And this biomethane, you use this biomethane for cooking or for electricity by connecting it with your generator. Then there is what we call effluent that comes out of this digester. Now, so we can generate liquid fertilizer from it, organic liquid fertilizer, and that saves you a lot of money from synthetic fertilizer that is highly expensive now. So if you're a farmer, this is a good news to you. Even if you're not a farmer and you have small farm around you, it's also a good news to you. So imagine what you can generate from it. Apart from cooking gas, you can generate electricity gas from the same digester. Now you can as well generate from the biofuel section, which is the biodigester, the modern soak away system that does not get food. It is odorless and it lasts longer. The space it takes for installation is a very small space. You can maximize your space for those who have small space, and you no longer pay for evacuation cost again. So there's a numerous benefit about it. Now the next question: who are the user who can benefit from this? Somebody want to know, but who am I? Can I install it? Who can benefit from it? It is meant for every household and businesses. Everybody, as long as you have an apartment, either you are a tenant or a landlord, and you're having waste from your kitchen or waste from your toilet. But as a tenant, we have the type we call mobile type that we install for tenant, because it's not your house. We cannot you cannot evacuate the ground of someone's house. No, it's not advisable. But we have the mobile type that we can install for you, and you can put it in a small space. Then you generate your gas. The more the size of it, the more the size of gas you can generate. But that small size will reduce a lot of cost for you from gas consumption. So you are able to save costs from, as we know, generally the cost of gas has gone up. So you can use to save a lot of costs from gas consumption, even from power, depending on the capacity you're able to install. And if you are a landlord, that's good news for you. So you can easily install the underground type that will install for you, and you no longer pay for evacuation, and we channel both your toilet waste and your kitchen waste. We can do two inlets there, where you can put your kitchen waste, your organic kitchen waste in there, and the other inlet that comes where we can channel all your toilet waste, and it can come into the digester. So the two waste produces gas for you. Now, somebody will, as I was saying, who are the user? So everybody is a user of it. As long as you're a family, you have a waste you're generating, and you are buying gas, you're paying for electricity bill, you can benefit from it. So it is free for all, especially poultry farms, piggery farm, restaurant, hotel, that you have a lot of organic waste on a daily basis. You even pay heavily to evacuate it. Why are you evacuating something that can enrich you, something that can increase the profit of your company? Why are you paying to still cut it away? You are paying LOMA, you are paying a sanitation agent to come and evacuate it for you. Something that should be of a benefit to you, something that you should convert this your waste to wealth. So we noticed that there is a knowledge gap. So we decided to sensitize the public, create the awareness, let people know what it is about. And we're trying to now, okay, before I come into that, Now, the next question somebody want to ask, is it a new technology? Why am I just hearing about it? When we first create a lot of adverts that we roll out every time, we got a lot of questions. People are asking questions. How does this work? We are surprised. We have to show them a lot of videos, pictures of people who have installed for before they are convinced about the existence of it. And that tells a lot about how far we are, especially Africans, from this development. Come back to the history lane. Going back to history, a lot of you can Google it, you can put it in Google, and you notice that this is not a new technology. It's a technology that has been existing as far as 1000 BC. So this thing has been existing, the technology has been existing over 1000 BC. BC, that means before Christ. You can imagine how many years ago it has been existing. And a lot of people, even till now, some people still don't believe that it is possible to generate gas from waste. It's funny, and that's cause for this. That's why we want to cover this need. We notice that no, there's an information gap. We need to sensitize a lot of people so that people can be aware of what it is, how they can benefit from it, and like that. So now we not. In fact, let me take us briefly back to the history lane, because if everybody is free to research, you can research about it. You put it in Google, you research, you get to know that look, it's not a new thing. It has been existing even from the Assyrian time. For 1000 BC ago, as I said earlier, they've been using it. They use it even for their baits, to heat up their bathing water. And when it comes to the modern era, I think in 1859, John Webb developed a sewage lamp out of it, and many. Now look at it. A lot of developing nations. It is not a new thing to them. They've been using it for over 100 years. Over 100 years. Is this not surprising to hear that something that developed what they've been using over 100 years, and we are just embracing it in Africa? Even some people in Africa, in the next 50 years, they will still not embrace it. They will still believe it is a lie. It's not existing. It's not possible. Dear viewer, please wake up. This is what is possible. I use it at home. I'm installing for other people. Now, let me bust your bubble. Do you know that in Finland, in Austria, in about 4 countries, Austria, Finland, and others, they have biofuel station. Like you usually have gas station, you have petrol station. They have this biofuel filling station where you get it filled. They compress it into a cylinder, like we normally fill our LPG cylinder. It has its own cylinder. You can only use the nearest cylinder we can use for this biogas is CNG cylinder. But they compress it. They have gotten to that level. They've developed to that level. They've even developed. They've constructed an infrastructure whereby they now use biofuel for their public and private vehicles. So it's something that they've been using for over 100 years, and it's so surprising for us when some people are calling us when they saw our advert that is it possible, and some of them has to even visit some of the location where we have installed for them before they are convinced. So we felt there's a need to cover up this gap and be able to ensure that people get to know. Some people want to do it by themselves. How do we help Africans? And that is why we have decided that, okay, we cannot travel everywhere in Africa to reach out to them, but we can do something. We can make a video like this where we have done a practical step-by-step installation, where people watch and follow the video guide and install. Follow the principle, watch the principle, install it according to the instruction, how you're being instructed in the video. We equally notice that we might pronounce some terminologies that is associated with the biodigester technology, and you're unable to understand what it is. That is why we back it up with an ebook, so that in the ebook, as you're reading the ebook as well, you're able to see the right spelling of some of those things we had mentioned in the video, and you can put a face to them. The pictures is there in the video lecture, the ebook there. That's why we do it as a combo, 2 in 1, for whoever that want to install, whoever that we cannot reach, that cannot reach out to us, because we based in Nigeria, we cannot reach out to all the entire African country. But the only way we can help African country is to do a video that is affordable, that once they watch, they ask less question, they follow it and install. Now that does not end there. We still create a platform, an interactive mentorship platform, where we put whoever that has gotten the online course, we put you in this interactive platform where you can ask questions. Even other professional practitioner in the group can respond to you, can help out to answer your question in case you have any question. You can even send some video thing and we can relate to you like a live support, giving you a live support. Because our joy, our sincere joy, is to see that every African homes now embrace this and use it to reduce greatly their cost on gas, their cost on electricity, and their cost on even waste evacuation. You keep on paying bills on how to evacuate this your waste, something that should generate wealth for you, that you could convert and use effectively. So why paying more money to even evacuate something that should be saving you a lot of profit? Now there's also another misconception about if poultry farms can use it. Poultry farms are even the one using it the more as we speak, because they have a lot of food they generate on a daily basis. So there's a way we install and remove the inorganic particle of the poultry waste. There's a way we filter off the inorganic particle in the poultry waste and ensure that everything that goes to the digester is an organic waste. Now, in order to bother us too much with some of the technicalities, as I promised earlier, but it is still necessary to mention something so that you get value, so that you can understand what it is and how it works. So, enough of the. So, if you want to know more about how come is the technology a new technology, you can read more on Google. You realize that we Africa, generally Nigerians, we are really far behind, far from this technology, because it's surprising and it's funny when something has been existing over 200 years and it is now around about 10 years ago now, so many of us are now embracing it, start to install it, build the biodigester and start to install both the biogas, and some people are still doubting. And let me even shock you, in the next 20 years somebody will still claim he has not even heard about it, despite the sensitization we're doing, despite the joy of technology, the Web 3, the Web 2 involvement, and it's helping all the whole world generally. Thank God for technology that is bringing the global village that is bringing us closer to each other on a daily basis. So briefly, in order to bore us with the technicality, we would like to identify that. We'd like to point to us that, look, there are types, there are lots types of biogas that we install. So there is a fixed drum type, there is floating drum type, there is balloon type, there is tabular type, there is a tube type, there is a cylindrical digester type. So a lot of them, but we focus more on cylindrical digester type, and we have a reason why we focus more. One, our climate supports that, because Africa, we have a lot of we have a very good climate that gives us a lot of heat, because the digester likes heat, and there's a way, even in the cold region, there's a way they use this artificial heater to get up the temperature level of the digester that they needed. So now we concentrate more on that. Two, it's cheap, so it's cheaper. Three, the cylindrical types, we focus more on it because it balances the stress level. It's uniform. It unifies the, there's a stress when there's a degradation in the tank, so it balances the stress as a result of the heat that is coming up in the digester. So it balances the entire stress for the digester. So we dwell more on that, we store more on that, and it doesn't get cracked easily. So some people do concrete, they do the square type, they are all good, but we at Kedo Waste Management focuses more on the plastic. It's cheaper, as I mentioned earlier, it doesn't crack or easily. So that's why we focus more on that. So now, another thing we would like to let us understand is that we have stages of biogas. So we have a lot of stages of this biogas, about 4 stages of biogas. We have what we call the hydrolysis, and we have the acidogenesis, we have the acetogenesis, and we have the methanogenesis. So you do not need all these technicalities. In the book, we're broken them down. We don't even mention this because we're much more interested in you getting the skill, you able to generate gas, as we said. But we still have to mention some of these few processes to us. We will not bore us with explaining what they are and all that. No. But why I mention them is that this is the stages of this gas. As I said earlier, we have the hydrolysis, we have the acidogenesis, we have the acetogenesis, and the methanogenesis. At this methanogenesis is where the gas is being produced, is when the gas come up and produce. Now, when this gas produced at this point, the gas that is being produced at this point is called the biogas. It's like a normal crude oil that's been extracted from the soil. The biogas is the unrefined gas, unrefined methane. It is what we call biogas. So that is the first phase when the methanogenesis ends, the production of gas. That's at that stage is where the gas is reproduced. And the name of that gas at that stage is what we call biogas. So this biogas has to undergo refining phase. That's what leads us to, let me mention briefly to us, what the phases of installation that we have. We have the production phase, we have the refining phase, we have the storage and distribution phase. And lastly, we still have the maintenance phase, where we give you tips as to what and what to do in order to keep your digester running on a continuous basis. Now, at the production phase, please, it is worthy to know that at the production phase, the volume of what you put in is a garbage in and garbage out. The volume of the amount of the organic waste you are able to put into your digester determines what gas you have access to, you're being able to produce. So all that you're going to give us the standard and everything has been explained, and that will be thoroughly guided for those who want to get the online course. And for those who want to come for our physical class, we will also mention everything, how everyone can benefit. We'll come to that. But as I said, we have these 3 phases. We have the production phase, where the biogas itself is being generated. We have the refining phase, where the biogas is being refined into methane. Why do we have to refine it? We refine to remove impurities like carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, and other impurities. So so all that we just need to sensitize some of our students who may want to know. So we refine that to remove all the impurities out of it, like our normal crude oil goes through a refining state before it eventually ends up giving us AGO, PMS, like that we have, and the DPK, like we have in the mineral resources, the petroleum resources sector. So the same thing here we have in the biogas technology sector. Now, though we don't want to stretch this video too long, but there are some fundamental things we'd like everyone to know, because most of these things that I'm saying, I'm mentioning in this video is due to the fact we are trying to address a lot of complaints, call, questioning that we have heard people asking. That's why we said, let's put a face, let's sensitize the public, let everybody know some fundamental things about biogas installation, biogas and biofill installation, so that the public is sensitized and one will not be, if you want to ask some other question in the future, you already know you have an answer to it. There's no point asking this kind of question. And that is exactly what we have done in our video. Ensure that everything that people can ask, address them. So that if anybody, and the benefit of the online course is that you can watch and rewatch instead of you traveling from one place to another to go for a 2-day class. You're already in your comfort of your own, at your own time, at your own pace. You're not in competition with anybody. You can easily watch and rewatch and get it. Now, I would like to mention to us, because some other practitioner could be watching this, and somebody who has already done maybe some learning about biogas, and maybe you have installed the system, it didn't work, and you kept on wondering, it doesn't work and all that. No, it is working, and it is working. 100% we're telling you it is working. If it works for people in the Europe, in other countries, in the developed countries of the world, why will the African one be different? What we have done in Africa, especially at Kedo Waste Management, is to ensure that, look, Even if people make this thing affordable, so that if people cannot even do the big construction, they can do small construction. By so doing, they can be saving money from the entire. If let's imagine you are the type that spend maybe 20,000 on cost of gas on a monthly basis, you are able to get something that reduce that cost for you, and thereafter that is being reduced is being saved. It will not only reduce from the cost of cooking gas, it also reduce from the cost of evacuation. So it got a lot of benefit. And let's even say you are the type who have plant, who planted inside sack. God bless you. You now have organic waste to equally feed your plantation that is inside sack. Because so many people do yam in sack. Like I'm also part of those people who plant yam in sack. Many homes now plant yams in sack. You can even use such liquid organic fertilizer, and put there without burning, and as a result you are eating healthy, eating organic produced food, not fertilized fed, not plant that is being fed with synthetic fertilizer. Those are some of the benefits. Now, we'd like to mention to us principle. As I said, some people must have installed it and they see that it didn't work and all that. Let me bust your bubble and let me tell you what you need to do. That takes me to the principle of installation. We have a lot of them in the book, but I'll be mentioning few and the fundamental ones. Number one is that oxygen. In the biodigester gas, there must be no oxygen. Now there must be no leakage in the plant that you construct. That's why we said no oxygen. And please note, because I said leakage does not mean you should be scared that if there's a leakage, that means the thing can explode. No, it is very, very safe. It doesn't explode. It doesn't explode. At that point, it's even the raw one, the crude one. That is the biogas. So it doesn't explode. So now, for those of you who have installed it, so these are some of the fundamental principles. Because we have mentioned them, we are emphasizing on them while we're installing in the video, the online course that we have done. That this principle you must keep to them. So that when you are installing on your own and you put yourself to check, if I install something and it's not working for me, let me go and check the principle, the fundamental principle. Is there anything that I've breached in those principles? Then you check. So that principle is a lot of guide for you, and that's number one, which is very fundamental. There must be no leakage in the entire system. And now, another principle that we must look at is that you must not bury the tank, the digester itself, especially for those doing underground construction, be it maybe the small landlord on the ground or the industrial connection that we usually do it on the ground. You must not bury it inside water. That's another point. Then another principle you must keep is that you should not use chlorinated water while during the phase of your inoculation. Inoculation is the first phase where you feed your biodigester plant. So you must not use chlorinated water. And why? The reason why we say don't use chlorinated water is that so that the chlorinated water will not kill the microbes that are supposed to generate the bacteria inside your digester that are supposed to generate the gas for you, so that the chlorine will not kill them at that point. Now, another principle you need to note is that you should not build, especially people doing underground construction, don't excavate the ground close to the wall. So that's that. I don't want this video to be too lengthy. A lot more that we have documented in the course and we have mentioned. Now, there comes to the frequently asked question. We have gotten several calls here and there. Is the gas even safe? And yes, the gas is safe. Very, very, very safer than LPG gas. It doesn't explode. So it's safer is because it's lighter. It's not as the liquefied petroleum gas. This is safer because it's lighter, it's air, it's gaseous in nature, so it's very safe. Now, another question some people will ask is that, is there any maintenance cost? No, after installation, there's no any maintenance cost after installation. Somebody will ask again, can I do it myself? Yes. That is why we have made it simple. So if you are not in Nigeria, there's no anything to worry about. That's why we have done online course, a video guide, comprehensive video guide. And even attached, we do not only make it at the video alone, we make an ebook, a standard ebook, globally acceptable ebook that you can even access on Amazon platform. Amazon bookshelf. The video is there. You can access it. You can get it from there. So the ebook rather is there, and then from there we'll pick up your information to be able to give you access to the video course where you can watch. So that's that. So another people will ask, does it smell? No, it doesn't smell. You do not even know, nobody even know if you have constructed anything, because it's a closed system, and that's why we say there should be no leakage. So because there is no leakage in the system, you are good to enjoy it. So that's very, very important. And somebody else will ask, why should I install with you? So somebody will want to ask, why do I have to patronize you? Why do you have to patronize us? Now, we have installed for ourselves, we have installed for others, and we are still installing for others, and we are still in the business of installation. Now, as I said, we're just trying to help Africa by ensuring that, look, let's cover this knowledge gap, this information gap. Let it move around, let it spread. Now, from our online course that we have done, because we know we cannot be able to reach the whole world at a time. So, but if you have online course that somebody can easily access, somebody in Tanzania, somebody in Ghana, somebody in Cameroon, and all that can easily watch and learn and be in the group, and we respond to their question in case there is any question. So now, this is what we are doing, and we're still in the business, and tomorrow we'll still in the business. So now, we believe that when you patronize us, we are telling what we are doing. This is a practical thing that we're doing, that we are involved, not something we have done before or a theory that we have not practiced. No, it is something we're doing, and we're doing today, and we'll still be doing tomorrow. So that's some of the reason, and some of the things that why are we doing this? We want to ensure that everybody, we're interested in everybody, virtually every African home, have this skill, acquire the skill, be able to use it for themselves, and some people who could see opportunity in it as well can install for others and make some benefit. Maybe as a result of installing for others, you can still make money for yourself. By so doing, we're able to have more practitioners in the industry. We're able to have many people that can save a lot of money for themselves, and also people have spillover effect of it on our business, because we are selling the installation kit on our www.kedowetmax.com. You can get this installation kit from us. So we are in the business of selling the material that you can still access. So that is why we are even much more interested in you being able to acquire the skill. So that once you acquire the skill, you're able to install for yourself. You can patronize us. There are still other businesses that comes out of it. Some people can still further patronize us even for partnership. We're open for it. And please, if you are the type that do not have time, or you're not interested in learning it, you are not interested in acquiring the skill, please, we are available all over Nigeria for installation service. Reach out to us. We are available for installation services. So please reach out to us. Our contacts are on www.kedowetmax.com. Now, how do I access the book for those who may be interested in the online course? We have 4 classes. We have the biogas class, which is 15,000 naira, only biogas training. So it covers both the home and the industrial connections, very detailed video and the ebook. Then we have the biodigester installation that covers only the biodigester technology, that's the Biofill, that people generally call biodigester. So it covers the series of it, every form, be it the ring or the ring or the bricks type. Is the principle remains the same, either the ring form or the brick style. The principle remains the same. So it covers different sizes, like we have the standard size, we have the double size, we have the commercial sizes. Every detail is in the course. Now we have, for those who may want to have the 2 courses, we have the Biogas and Biofill. Become a Biogas and Biofill installation expert. That means do it yourself. Waste to wealth DIY. That is 30,000 naira, because it's a combo, it's a 2-in-1 course, and the video are detailed. So you have that as well. That's the 3rd package. Then we have the physical package, the physical classes that is usually held at our venue, Ikorodu, Lagos State. So it's a 2-day weekend classes. 2-day weekend classes. If you are the type that you like to come to a physical class, So we're always available for the training for those who want to come to learn. And in such a case, you have opportunity to visit some of the sites. And if you are lucky enough, we are having construction at hand. We will move you to our construction site where you can see firsthand. But if you come to the class but we do not have construction at hand, we have other places we have been stored for. We'll take you there, you learn the practical, you see. But what we want to tell you, the public, is that whatever you will get online is still the same thing you will get when you come for the physical class. Everything is digital. Why we do that, why we make it that detailed, is to ensure that we minimize this question and answer, so that people do not have much to answer you, they do not consume more of your time. That is why we have done a thorough job, and we are telling you, even when you get the online course or when you come for the physical class, is the best you will get, because we are interested in you acquiring the skill. When you are acquiring the skill, it has a ripple effect on us too. It has a secondary effect on us too, because you'll be able to patronize us from other things that we sell that can be useful for your installation process. Now, lastly, so in case, as I said earlier, if you are not interested in learning the skill or getting any of the course, please reach out to us for installation. We give you an affordable quotation, and we'll get it installed for you, and we'll give you warranty. I will put you through on the maintenance tips, how you maintain it. You do not need to pay any maintenance cost after installation. No, it's a one in a lifetime. As long as you abide by the principle of its maintenance, you do not have any issue. Then please, you can follow us on our YouTube. If you like this value that we have given today, please follow us on our YouTube. Our YouTube channel name is Kedo Waste to Wealth Africa. You can follow us on our YouTube, you can visit our website, and as well you can get the book. You can get our course online, either you are abroad, you are in Africa, or you are not in Africa. If you are in Africa, you already have an effective payment system installed on our kedowealthmart.com website. We have integrated the payment. If you are in Ghana, you can pay on the site easily. It's a secure, is an SSL platform where we have secured it already. So you pay, your card is safe, so you can pay and get access to the book. Anytime you pay is when you start learning. Some people will ask, when is the class holding? The class is already there. Anytime you pay for the class, you have access to it. Is learn at your own time, learn at your own comfort, without traveling here and there. When I was attending some of my classes during the time I was getting trained, I see some people travel from far and near to come. They will still come and lodge in hotel. These are some of the needs we want to help people, such people with. Some people are in far north, they want to have access to the course, they want to even come and learn. They will have to pay for traveling down. That is why we have looked at it. Can we help them? Some of them, even after the class, they have forgotten what they've learned. But you having this video, having this online course, you can reassess, you can relearn, you can rewatch and relearn at your own time. As even as you're constructing the plant, the digester, you can be watching the video and be installing it according to the principle that have been explained in the video. And you can even put a face to what has been done, how it has been done, and get value. Thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, a like if you enjoyed or gotten value from this video, and see you in the inside for those who want to join the class. Thank you. Goodbye.